The Bible says, Now when these things were done, the princes came to me, saying, The people of Israel, and the priests and the Levites, have not separated themselves from the people of the lands, doing according to their abominations, even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites. Ezra is trying to lead a remnant back to Jerusalem to try to rebuild what had been destroyed, to try to restore what had been taken away, trying to reestablish the people of Israel in their land. But he couldn't do that as long as the people of Israel were joined to the people of the lands. He couldn't restore and lead that remnant back to a right state with God as long as the people were doing according to the abominations of all those evil nations all around them. And there's a great lesson in that for us. Though in today's age you may feel like a remnant, and you are, apostasy abounds around us, sin and iniquity continue to grow and increase. And as you try to follow God, you may feel like a small group, very much like Ezra felt like a small group, dealing with the rubbish and the rubble and trying to rebuild. But unless you separate yourself from some things, unless you separate yourself from this wicked world, you can never rebuild. Unless you step out and come out from among them, you can never restore that which has been taken away. 2 Corinthians tells us, commands us, Be ye separate, saith the Lord. That doesn't mean you have to be an isolationist, but you have to be an insulationist. You have to have your heart joined only to God, no longer joining yourself to the abominations of the world around you, their lusts, their affections, their desires, their drives. If it's joining yourself to those things around you that got you into trouble, it's separating yourself from those things around you that will restore you. Israel had gotten into trouble and seen their temple burned and Babylon ravage their city because they had played the harlot with God, joined themselves to other nations, been an adulteress to their God, Jehovah. Now, to restore, they needed to separate themselves from those things so they could be for God alone. And if joining yourself to the things around you has gotten you in trouble, relationships, affections, time wasted, sin concocted, it's going to be coming out from among them and being separate that's going to allow you to restore your relationship with God.